I'm broke the boss, I flipped the script. Super Trucker Podcast got me fully equipped. Left the noise behind, now I'm stacking green. Voyager Nation made me live the dream.
When I look at the numbers, let's say on DAT, and again, like a disclosure, I'm not dispatching. I haven't dispatched for a long time. If I would jump right now in the dispatcher seat, I would probably kind of take a look at it, kind of like just to have a general, maybe idea. But I would never consider it as some sort of factual information. Because at the end of the day, I would be working my phone calls, talking to people, looking for victims.
Yeah, but so talking about victims, actually, so the DAT says this market is dead. So anyway, really good rate going in. I want to say Arizona off the top of my head, man. Last week sometime. And so one of the dispatchers like, fuck it, rolling the dice, let's go. Because it's a very strong rate going in. Mm-hmm. What are we going to do next? He's relying on his intuition, spider, I know I can get my guy out. I can't prove it right now, but I got a feeling.
Man, I do intuition a lot. Like, I love sending people, like, to no man's land over some major, hubs. And the same thing. How? Intuition. If somebody would ask me, like, what you gonna get coming back? Yeah. I'm like, we're gonna get back.
Yeah.
We're gonna get back. Don't worry about it. The only challenge is if you're working with an owner-operator who is very, very stuck in his ways, then it can be very counterproductive.
Right.
But if you have an owner-operator who's teaming up with you, yo, bro, let's go make as much money as we can. I can pull you out of anywhere.
No, and man, that's exactly what happened. So the owner operators just willing to play ball. Like, all right, man. Like, look, I agreed. I'm just gonna get there on time, and you do the rest. So that trust factor is there, and it allowed for a strong ass week, man. So like, how do you put that on a screen somewhere? Like, it's
you can. So I think it's genetic information. So like, especially for new dispatchers that are just starting up, to kind of use it as a guidelines. Plus, again, new generation people, we're not very eager to talk on the phone.
Right.
We really want to rely on data. We almost like demand some sort of data presented to them. And I don't need it because just, like in all these years in trucking, there was very, very few weeks that number beat my number.
Right.
So how am I going to rely on something like that?
Yeah, no, you can't. But again, it's the work behind it, right? And so as you were just...
But again, it depends, it depends on the urge, on the hunt, on the owner-operator that you're working with. Because if you work with a deadbeat owner-operator, man, you toast. Like, just go with those stupid numbers.
Pretty much, but
if it's a strong team of dispatcher, owner-operator, both know what they're doing, man, you can beat those numbers significantly, because the name of the game is called to keep the options open.
I say that shit all the time, man. Like, you need options as an owner operator in front of you. The dispatcher needs options, having a guy under his belt. Like, how creative can I get? And he's got to be welcoming to something like that.
Yeah, because look, for a dispatcher, one of the biggest challenges is you get a very, very conservative owner operator who still don't trust you. Let's say maybe he's new, haven't been with the company long enough, haven't seen what you can or cannot do, haven't been in the tough spots under your dispatch. That's the toughest thing to break. But if you have a dude who you already worked with for a while, I'm even more open to take more risk and most likely get more reward with a guy who I know got my back.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna risk as much to make a top dollar with a guy who's gonna, end up in some, riskier place and start throwing me on ultimatums. because that's just like not the way to do it.
And then not just that, then
we are in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
I need you to be able to go anywhere because we don't know what's gonna land on our lap.
Right. And then even those ultimatums, they even trickle down because, like, you know, for those guys that are like, you found this way out, and he's like, nah, we're not doing that. And now you're giving back that load that you strategically,
and now the whole outcome is totally
lost. It's gone. Yeah.
So I think you know, those numbers, in my opinion, are at best guidelines until better days. But those apps if you rely on those apps and those numbers, you're never gonna, you know, take over the world because it's just gonna keep you floating above average, maybe average, above average, within industry's expectations.
Operators looking for the best business owner opportunity, look no further. I got all the programs that are going to make you successful. Everything to operating from 2 different fuel cards, top of the line trailers with a maintenance program that is unbeatable, to plates, insurance, you name it, we got it. All you got to do is give us a call, 863-342-5171. Learn more and get started.